way to Nottingham. I'm working with daytime TV this weekend. I'm so excited. They're currently on tour with You Me at 6 during their final tour. So I know my hair looks like a mullet and we will fix that in a second. I literally just woke up and changed. We're going to do all little bits and bobs, packed up an overnight bag because we are going up on the train today and we're going on the train for tomorrow. It's going to be really fun. I'm excited. I'm buzzing for it. I've been looking forward to this for like the last 2 weeks since I got booked. The journey is like real because I didn't want to go through London. The amount of times I've gone through London to get up north and then missed my connecting train because of the tube. I did book my journey tomorrow and did not realise I have a 45-minute wait at one of the stations on a Sunday. Daytime TV, have you heard of them before? They are very cool. Alex had them on BBC Indie Introducing a few months ago. Probably last year, yeah, definitely last year, because I'd heard them before I went to see Twin Atlantic, right before my birthday, and my life exploded the day after, but I don't, we'll talk about that another time. They've got a new member of their band as well, so when I saw them it was just 3, now they've got 4. And yes, we wear SPF every day, even though we live in England and the weather's dreary. So I start, like, the call time tonight, is 4. So I'll get there for 2:45, 3:30. My train gets in at 1:30, and I'm really hoping I can get into the hotel early and I can change and try to put my makeup or even have a little nap. All those things would be great. I've had a really mentally testing week. Let's go with that. I ended up with 6 very big things that I've been pitching for just come back and be like, we can't make this work. Really sorry. I don't want to use the word rejections. When things don't pan out and it's not because of me, that's really difficult. I never want to say what opportunities haven't panned out because you don't know what's coming in the future. So I don't want to sit here and be like, so-and-so rejected me, or so-and-so didn't move forward with this contract, or so-and-so didn't do this. Because in this industry, in any industry, but particularly in this, everything kind of happens for a reason, in the sense that I've definitely had contracts fall through with people and then 10 months later a new opportunity with them has come up. But when it happens all in the space of 4 days, it's really tough. It's incredibly tough, and you just kind of have to be like, oh, on to the next thing. Got eyeliner in my eyeball again, which sucks. So yeah, but otherwise, life has been good. It's been a good week. I say that after probably crying for about 3 hours yesterday. I don't know. Something I'm constantly listening to on repeat, and I literally just stopped putting it on because of YouTube and copyright and all those things, is Sam Fender's new album, People Watching. I had this happen last year with Bastille presents Amber Sounds. Amber Sounds? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I had this last year with them. I could write an album. I could write a dissertation on that album. And I've never, connected. Sam Fender is an amazing artist, do not get me wrong, great artist. I think he's very good at putting on a show, especially a festival setting. I think that man thrives in that environment. And he brought out a new album, People Watching, and I was really I've never really bought any of his vinyls as soon as they come out. I've never really seen, I've always been nah, I don't need to do that, Anyway, I was you know what? I hadn't even heard the title track or the single of it, but I was you know what? I feel like this is a bit of me. So I bought it completely blind, and I kind of let it sit for a little bit until I did my vinyl unpacking videos, which will eventually come back. And I put it on and I was this is a great album. And I was no, I really connect to this, and I couldn't really figure out why. And then I saw on TikTok a snippet of his Zane Lowe interview, and he was talking about how basically this album is about especially the title track is about how he spent the last 5 days with someone whilst they were in palliative care, and his walk home and stuff like that. And little context about me. I did that last year twice. I did it in January, I did it in April, and in April I did it with the most important person in my entire life. And I was like, why does everything have to be about grief? When you experience grief on like a very deep level, there is definitely a before and after that. Every single aspect of my life has changed. Even though nothing has changed, every single aspect of my life has changed. And I was like, why does everything have to be about grief? I've had some friends go through like similar grief. I have one friend in particular who went through a very similar situation that I went through with the most important person in their life at the time. And she has like said to me it's not always going to be like this. And she was a lot younger than me. Like, I'm nearly 30. People unfortunately do pass away. And she's been just really supportive. It's just, I would like to be able to enjoy an album without it being like rooted in grief. Be a good boy, okay? So we get to the train station and my first train is fine, my second one's been cancelled, and that, like, unfortunately, as it does, the other 3 afterwards were affected, which meant I would have actually got there later than the call time. So I've made the executive decision that as I was already at the first train station, I'd parked my car up, I am just going to drive and pray to the train line gods that I get all of my money back for my ticket. So now I need to go get petrol, and then we're just going to make a move and get on with our day. I did get a coffee though, so you know, it's not all lost. And I'm going to try not to think about the fact that I'm adding 400 miles to my car in a single weekend, because that's no fun at all.
Later.
We made it to the hotel. So I got my first YouTube video. This will be my second one, but my first one comes out tomorrow. I've had some feedback on it. I'm going to try and make those edits beforehand, and then I want to make a little like, it's live video for stories, because it will go live whilst I'm driving home tomorrow. So I just want to make sure like those things are scheduled. And then I'm gonna probably just get changed, make sure I'm chef's kiss ready for tonight. And then I will just repack this bag, this is the one that's coming with me, and then I'll walk down. I'm an early bird, I'm a keen bean, so I will be there probably like... Also, this room is insane, sorry. I just booked a bog standard room, like there was nothing bougie about it. You've got like, that's the door I come into, and then I have this other door, which just makes me feel safe. I then have like a living room. We got like a little desk, living room, TV. Then we come through here, okay? I'm only here for one night, but you know, so much. And then we have the room, bed. This is my view, my tiny, tiny window. But that's fine. I think Rock City is like somewhere over there. I don't know. I'm not very good with directions, so. Hi. And then this is the bathroom. If I'd known I had a bath, I would have brought a bath bomb. There's a lot of mirrors in here. A lot of places for me to judge myself. Little sink. I will set the room up so that it's like nice and easy for me when I get back this evening. I'll do my skincare whilst the laptop's doing its thing. I find that that's like the best way, and I'll get into like Jimmy Jams, and then I'll do at least my first like selection process and probably edit 5 to 10 photos so that I can give them to the band to have first thing in the morning. And then I'll probably do a little bit more editing, but I do want to try and get on the road early tomorrow so I can get home and then edit this YouTube video so that it's up for next weekend, promote the first one. I just do a lot in a small amount of time, and then I feel like I do nothing with my life. Life is ours to be spent, not to be saved. Seems fitting. Seems very, very fitting. Look at my big bag.
Actually, Gareth. Okay, Gareth. Oh, yeah.
What are yours like?
Hello.
Right here. Will you guys make your own way to the next venue?
Yeah. We'll do this one first.
Yeah, obviously. Like.
We.
So, feel free to turn it. I know it sounds silly.
Whatever you want.
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hey. Woo.
Max and Matt so far.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, it's fine. Can you turn the lights off though?
Yeah.
Alright, guys, I'm really sorry to find you before we go.
It's all good.
Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Look really cool. All I heard from that was flatulence.
The last place. We're in the centre of the country, right?
Yeah.
The last place you should be buying fish and chips.
Oh, that's a good point. That is a very good point.
You can't see all
That's
the
coming from a
smell of the sea.
Portsmouth girl as well.
Pardon?
That's coming from a Portsmouth girl. And fresh fish and chips flows freely.
Yeah.
That's quite hard to say that.
No.
So I'm impressed myself.
No. I grew up in Vegas. I did not grow up in Portsmouth.
You grew up in Vegas?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
This is really weird, but do you watch Queer Eye?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen the new series?
Yes, I have. I was really
Yeah.
excited. I was actually going, had my birthday party there. I did this. And everyone...
Is there any stuff like, so do you recognise all the stores?
Yeah, because I went to When We Were Young festival. And I was such a Grinch. I was like, I don't want to go to this. I don't want to go here. I went by myself. Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
I spend my life doing everything by myself. But yeah, no, and like, so Planet Hollywood used to be called the Aladdin and areas and stuff like that, but it's a Build-A-Bear. I had 3 birthdays at that Build-A-Bear.
Wow.
Don't step back.
The following day.
Good morning. How are you? Did you sleep well? I slept very well, but I'm very tired. Last night was so good. I have to give the best thank you to Daytime TV for having me. They are genuinely the nicest band I've ever met. They were so lovely to me. Their entire team is amazing, and it's a credit to what can be built when you're just nice. And the worst part is like, we were talking about it and I was like, yeah, the ball's really on the floor. Like, one day I will do a video that's just about my worst experiences, and you guys can make your own judgment if you could have continued doing the job after the things I've experienced. But anyway, and they were just really lovely. I do need to get home. I have a puppy dog waiting for me at home that I need to cuddle. I just have normal Sunday things that need to be done. And then I want to edit this video and the video for Daytime TV. The photos are done. I would probably put them somewhere. I would say like I'm happy with them. They're not completely awful. I would have liked some other ones. I would have liked more. I would have liked like, it was a really hard setup, I will say this. So because they were the first band on, they were so far forward in the straight line, it just makes it a little bit harder. And they were on quite early. Like there were lots of things, and sometimes these are things you can't control. This is why I like my job. And I was talking to someone about it the other day. They were like, do you do a lot of editorial? And I was like, not really. It's not my skill set. It's not that I don't do it, I just am not pulled to it. Whereas doing things like this are so much more enjoyable for me. So much more enjoyable. I like taking and capturing photos instead of necessarily creating them, is kind of how I view it. In classic me fashion, I brought the wrong charger for something as well. But that's why we have backup ones in the camera bag that never leave the camera bag. What was the best part about last night? I genuinely think, bar the set itself by Daytime TV, the best thing about last night was watching Daytime TV interact with their fans afterwards. It was just so lovely and wholesome. There was this like one point during sound check when I was like standing there and just listening to the band warm up, and like I was like, this is my life. Like this is my life, and it's really cool. And I'm so lucky that I get to do this. And I've worked hard to do this, but it's still so lucky that I got to do this. And I'm so grateful, and it's so cool. I don't think younger Sydney would be particularly proud of me. I think she'd be like, all right, you're cool. You're really cool. You might not be what I wanted to be, but you're cool. I'm just still not proud. So we are all packed up. I'm actually gonna take everything down to the car, pack the car up, and then go for breakfast. And then we're gonna get on the road. Look at that, it's not even 8 o'clock. So we'll probably be on the road by about 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is perfect, which means I can probably get home, unpack everything, export everything, and then have a nap, and then edit, and then get everything done. I have a really busy week this week. Like I have a full day, like a full, nearly 10-hour day in London on Tuesday. So I don't want to have any of this hanging over me. I get it done, get it sent to the band, and then they have it, and then I don't have to try and like get back in this zone to edit. If I end the vlog here, thank you so much for coming with me.